I'm done with the Call of Duty franchise as a whole. I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty Finest Hour on the PS2. I've been around for a pretty long time. That's the very first COD game that I ever had. I played it when I was like really little, and I kept on playing Call of Duty, took a break, and then COD 4 came around, tried it out, I hated it, then MW2 came around, I tried it out, I loved it, and basically, I've just been playing this franchise pretty much almost my entire life, and it's been a game that's kind of been a staple as to why I even bought a game console to begin with, because Call of Duty has just been a game that I've always loved. It's been a series that I've been very passionate about for a very long time. I stuck through Advanced Warfare, I stuck through Call of Duty Ghost, I stuck through fucking Infinite Warfare, I stuck through all those games, I played them all the way fucking through. I enjoyed most of them. Maybe not as much as I enjoyed maybe BO2, but I enjoyed almost every single COD game there was, despite insanely terrible flaws, despite insanely bad map design, despite insanely bad gun design in some of these games. I stuck through them, and I played through them, and I had a pretty high tolerance level to what really pissed me off in a video game, and what kind of set me over the edge. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 came out, and this was a time where leaks were already out that SPMM would be in the game. And a lot of people, including myself, thought, well, we dealt with Advanced Warfare SPMM, we didn't really think it was that bad. I don't think it'll be this bad in this game, and that's what we all thought. That's especially what I thought, because I dealt with the Advanced Warfare skill-based matchmaking. I didn't mind it, because I was a total sweat lord when I was younger, and I just played through it. I didn't care. Modern Warfare came out. I played the alpha, I played the beta, and I loved both because it had like a weird flavor of MW2 in it that I was just really addicted to. I was like, wow, this is really it. This will be the COD game that I truly like, right? Game comes out, I play it, within a week I fucking hate it, and it's not hate in a sense, oh, I want to see this franchise burn in hell type hate. This is sort of like an exhausting, depressive hate where I played a game, I played Team Deathmatch Domination for like a week. Within day 4 out of 7 of those days, I had this like reoccurring thought, like, wow, this really feels like a chore. Playing this game feels like a chore. And it only went downhill from there. Apparently they cranked up skill-based matchmaking like halfway through the life cycle when Warzone was coming out, and it's just been a total mess. My experience with Modern Warfare was so bad that I didn't even buy Cold War. Still to this day, I have no plans of buying that game because all the YouTubers that I watched that have bought it, they all can't stand playing the game for more than like two matches. If even. There's one YouTuber in particular, I can't remember his name, but he played for like 4 hours to get a single game that was actually recordable to fucking upload to his YouTube channel. Like, insane shit. And thank God I didn't buy it, but I'm watching what a lot of these YouTubers are saying about the game, and I'm watching what they're experiencing, what other people are experiencing, what I'm hearing on Reddit, what I'm hearing on social media, throughout the rest of YouTube. I have a friend of mine on Twitter and Instagram who bought it, and you know, at first he was like, oh, I'm not gonna buy this game, and then later on he said, yeah, I'm gonna buy it, and then I told him, dude, don't fucking buy it, you're gonna regret it, and then he ended up buying it anyways, and within, I think the same day he fucking bought it, he hated it. He didn't want to play it anymore, but he keeps on playing it because what I'm guessing is just the algorithm has him pretty much hooked. That's the EOMM, where occasionally I feel like they turn down SPMM, and then occasionally it'll turn right back up, and then back down, and then back up, and basically this creates a pattern that makes people addicted. So basically, just watching what is happening with Cold War kind of reminded me how we went through stages like this before in the Call of Duty franchise. We did this with the advanced movements, we did this with the camping, all that other shit. This is one of those things that I don't think are going away. I don't think the heavy skill-based matchmaking is going away. I don't think the EOMM, which is the engagement optimized matchmaking, is going away. I legit think that it's here to stay, unfortunately. contrary to what we all experience and what we all collectively know is a bad experience, for some reason there are people that are buying into it. But that comes at a very heavy price to pay for Activision, of course. Obviously, we know that they're catering to the casual player base. We're talking about the Fortnite Timmies, the Rocket League Jimmies, the Fall Guys, fucking Sallys. I don't even know anymore, dude. They're appeasing to a very volatile, short attention span player base that has a lot of dumb money to spend, but they don't stick around very long, which is the only bad part about it. The thing is, what Activision is doing is they're pushing players like me and you over the edge with the skill-based matchmaking, making us quit the game while raking in more and more casual players, and then when a new next fad comes out, like Fortnite 2 or fucking Fall Guys 2, or some other sequel to that, you know, those popular games, all those casual players that they raked in are going to leave because they're just casual players. They don't care. They don't have brand loyalty to a game. They don't consistently come back. They literally go from one fad to another. And by fad, I mean trend or a popular game. They go from one game to another within weeks, months, years. But it eventually happens. That's the important part to realize. So I'm seeing this. I'm seeing how players like me, which I'm a slightly above average player. I average on a 1.5 KD on Call of Duty. I'm really not someone who takes the game too seriously. I legit just get on to have fun. I get on to relax. But when I play games like Modern Warfare, including the Cold War Beta and the Cold War Alpha, there was no relaxation. The SBMM was effectively turning me into somebody who had to sweat just to keep my head above the water. And that's how a majority of the player base is, and I feel like as time goes on, people are going to get sweatier and sweatier, and the casuals will just leave anyways. So when they are forced to remove SBMM, all that's going to be left is a game that's unplayable to most people. But that's about that part of the video there. Back to my original point. I think I'm just walking away from the Call of Duty series because honestly, dude, look, I enjoy BO4, BO3, World War II, MWR, which is Modern Warfare Remastered. I kind of enjoy those games. They have their own issues, but I do play them once in a while. However, I am getting bored of those games, and I really would have loved to pick up Cold War if it wasn't for the SBMM, but I'm not doing that. And pretty soon, just judging based on the fact that I know that I'm not going to buy another Call of Duty game ever again, I think pretty soon I'm just going to put down this entire series. I don't think I'm going to play it anymore. I don't know if I'm going to cover it anymore. All I really know is that this series is just something that I don't care about anymore because it's done nothing but just push me away. It's absolutely pressed my buttons to a point that no game has ever done before. Another good example of this is with a game called Rocket League. I first got into this game, and the game has skill-based matchmaking and casual. I think it's an MMR system where it goes based off your wins or something, but basically I got into this game, my very first time playing it. It's free to play. It has SBMM. I knew it had SBMM, and what it did is it basically helped me get into the game, right? And I'm just talking about this to give some sort of perspective on what a casual might go through or a new player might go through on Call of Duty. I got into Rocket League. The SBMM gave me easy lobbies. It helped me grow at my own pace, which means, just getting better, getting my bearings, you know what I mean? Like, just getting used to the game. And it got to a point where my lobbies were getting harder, but I didn't mind because I didn't mind playing average. It was a game that I just got into. I'm not taking it too seriously. I got into the game. The SBMM prevented me from getting my teeth kicked in, basically. And it helped me get into the game, right? Rocket League, I had tons of fun on. I had fun so much that if I was someone who was dumb enough to splurge spend like a whale, I would have probably bought a few skins, maybe the battle pass, I don't know. But I was playing it for a couple of weeks, a month or two, and then I took a break. So I took a break from Rocket League, a hard break at least for 1 or 2 months. And then just last night, I tried to get back in the game. So I never uninstalled it, but I got into it. I played a match, my very first match, absolute AIDS. And mind you, I haven't played in months. I'm extremely rusty. I was never really good at the game to begin with. So I am really rusty. I'm being put into these lobbies that are moderately hard. They're usually one-side stomp fest, and I'm like, okay, well this match is terrible. Surely the next one will be better, right? The next one is a one-sided stomp fest. I leave the match, I rejoin a new one. It's a one-sided stomp fest, and this reoccurs over and over again 10 times in a row. 10 fucking games in a row. I'm sitting there for like an hour playing this shit. I either leave early or play all the way through, and for 10 games in a row, the SBMM, because I won too much before I quit the game, or I won too much before I took a break, I should say, was making it to where my lobbies were the game was kicking my teeth in over and over and over again, basically punishing me because the last time I played this game I was doing really well. So I uninstalled the game, I made a tweet about it, and honestly I just don't think I'm ever going to reinstall. And that is what SBMM does to a player like me. I don't benefit from it at all, no matter how bad or good I was. That basically happens on every skill bracket. I can't imagine the experience is any different on Call of Duty, where you maybe take a break and you come back to it, you get kicked so fucking hard you just delete the game. Maybe Fortnite, maybe another game with SBMM, but I swear from here on out, besides Overwatch, there is not another game in my entire life that I will play that has skill-based matchmaking in it or EOMM. That is the last, because every game that I play with these systems in there ends up being a terrible experience that ends up biting me in the ass when I'm least expecting it. And the thing is, it completely kills my mood towards gaming. And this is really weird to explain, but whenever I play a game with insanely thick or heavy, whatever you want to call it, skill-based matchmaking, it, oddly enough, puts me in a depressive mood. It makes me not want to play video games anymore, not even single-player games. And it's really weird because this happened with COD, it happened with Rocket League. It would do this to me. And it would make me feel like so bummed out that I would just stop playing for the day, maybe even the entire week on some extremes. And this is something that I know is going to keep on happening as gaming sort of progresses and as more and more games start implementing skill-based matchmaking. And I know the number one argument or the number one counter argument is, well, if skill-based matchmaking was removed, you just want to pub stomp all day. You just want to pub stomp and have easy lobbies all day, which is not really the case. Because if it was, I'd be for skill-based matchmaking because I could just exploit it. If I really wanted to pub stomp noobs all day, I would legit reverse boost on Call of Duty, right? But that's not the case. I just, and many others, just want a system that doesn't punish you for doing good. I want a system that doesn't punish you for taking a break from the game. I want a system that doesn't fucking kick your teeth in just because you had a few good lucky matches, or maybe you were good at one point and then you kind of lost your skill because you're rusty because you took a break, just something. I want randomized gameplay. And by randomized gameplay, I mean just like random lobbies. I want random lobbies. I want to maybe face a sweat or two, maybe every other game or something, but I want there to be a general variety of players I'm going against. When every single lobby is the exact fucking same, it rips the fun out of the game. It rips it right out of the game. My best analogy is like, imagine if you're a NBA player, right? You're playing for Miami, right? And you are practicing with your team all fucking day, you know, just practicing with basketball. But then you know, before you walk home or something like that, you just go to like a basketball court, right? You just want to go casually shoot some hoops with some friends and just relax. Maybe drink a bottle of water, take a piss, shoot some hoops, whatever. Now imagine that same concept, except as soon as you walk into the fucking court, there is a cop who comes up to you, tells you you can't play with your fucking friends, you cannot play with these people, forces everybody off the court, and then brings all the fucking top-ranking NBA players to come practice with you, but try their hardest. Now, that's the perfect analogy that I could really put into words here. Okay? That is what it's like. If you are somebody who doesn't understand why we don't like skill-based matchmaking, imagine that. Because that is exactly what the fuck it is. Occasionally, you just want to party up with your friends and go casually fucking run and gun and maybe have a beer and have a fucking thing of chips. Just relax, right? Just unwind from a long day of work, long day of stress, school, whatever. But because you happen to be better than your friend, or your friend happens to be better than you, or maybe you both happen to be equally kind of above average, you cannot relax. You are forced to sweat. You are forced to fucking compete with the best weapons or camp. You are forced to go through ridiculous lobbies. And I've had enough. I have had enough of this fucking shit. I am never going to buy another Call of Duty in my entire life unless it is a remaster without SBMM. They could release the multiplayer for MW2 Remastered right now, and if it has a lick of SBMM, not only will I not play it, but I won't even buy it. Alright? It doesn't matter what Activision comes out with, if it has skill-based matchmaking, or if any game in general has skill-based matchmaking, I will not buy it. I will not play it. For the most part, I will not cover it, because I cannot stand this trend that inevitably will probably kill the fucking gaming industry. But that'll wrap it up for today's video, or this video in general. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.